Welcome back, students. So let's just practice graphing our points. So for each one of these, please make sure that you label the letter that it names each point next to the point that you place on the coordinate plane. Otherwise, it makes it very hard to check your work or look back and see what you did later. So looking at point number 1, which we're going to call A, that is at -6, 2. So you might want to remember X and then Y. It is in alphabetical order. This is my X-axis. This is my Y-axis. Okay. If it helps you, these are where my positive numbers are. These are where my, I can't fit it. These are where my negative numbers are. These are where my positive numbers are. These are where my negative numbers are. And here is the origin where each number line has 0. So counting out, on my X number line, I'm supposed to head out towards -6. So heading out towards -6, it's going to be kind of hard to do this without tracing with my fingers, and I don't want to leave marks all over my graph. Well, I'll just do it. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, I've headed out. This is 6 in the negative direction, towards the negative numbers. And then I'm supposed to have 2 as its representative on the Y number line. So 2 is going to be up. So I can, from where I'm at right here, I can just head 2 up, and I will be at where 2 is on the Y number line. And that's where my point would be. So here's point A. Erase all my little marks. Okay, next one. Oh, sorry, this is in quadrant. If we're counting around, this is in quadrant 2. It does ask us to find its location. Quadrant 2. You can write quad if you want to. For number 2, okay, the point B is located at -3 on the X number line and 0 on the Y number line. So -3 on my X number lines, X, Y, is, right, find your origin and count down 1, 2, 3. So that's where -3 would be. And then from there, my Y coordinate is 0. So I'm supposed to be at 0 on the Y number line, and I'm actually already at 0 on the Y number line. So I would just place my point. B goes right there. And I will erase my other little lines. That is not in a quadrant. It's sitting on one of the dividing lines. So we just name the dividing line it's on, and that's the X-axis. Taking a look for point C. Point C, right, this is the X coordinate, that's the Y coordinate. So it needs to be 4 on the X number line. So starting at the origin, which is 0, here's 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I've counted out 4 there. And then for the Y coordinate, it's at -1. So that's down below 0. So we go down 1. So my point will be right here. We label it as C, so we know which one that was. And then this happens to be in the 4th quadrant. So we write our Roman numeral 4. For number 4, point D, the X coordinate is at 1, the Y coordinate is at 7. So we always want to do our X's first. Oh, we don't have to. You could do the Y's first if you wanted. My X coordinate is at +1 there, so I'm going to go where I would find +1 on the number line. Remember, my origin is 0. And then I'm supposed to be at 7 on the Y number line. That's really far up. So let me see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here's 7 on my Y number line. And this is D. Notice D is in quadrant 1. Let's do number 5. 5 is point E. It's at -3, -2. So -3, here's my X coordinate, my Y coordinate is 1, 2, 3. That's where B is. Okay, so that's at -3. And then the Y part of my ordered pair is -2. So that's down below 0 on the y number line. So I want to go 2 lines down. And my point will be right here. This is where E will be. And that is in quadrant 3. All right, so we've graphed a point in each quadrant now. I want to do one that's going to be located on the y-axis. So please take a look at number 7. Number 7 is point G. Here's its x-coordinate. Here's its y-coordinate. So its x-coordinate is 0, which means I don't move anywhere on, I'm still going to be sitting at that origin. And I'm going to, from there, I need to go down 6 on the y number line. So actually down 6 for -6. So 1, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5, -6. So my point will be right here, and this is where G is. And when I give its location, it is on the y-axis. Okay, so things to note. Quadrant 1 has a positive number and a positive number. That's where you're going to find all of the ordered pairs where both numbers x and y are positive. Quadrant 2 is going to be a negative number on the x number line, x-axis, and a positive number on the y-axis. Quadrant 3 is going to be everybody hates these ones, a negative number on the x-axis and a negative number on the y-axis. Quadrant 4 is going to be a positive number on the x-axis and a negative number on the y-axis. So that kind of gives you just sort of a bigger picture of what's going on with the ordered pairs and basically where they end up on our coordinate plane. Something else to think about and notice is that if you have a 0 for your x coordinate and some number for your y coordinate, I don't care which, it's on the y-axis. So your point will always be actually on a number line. And if you have, who cares what number for your x, but a 0 for your y coordinate, that means that it is sitting on the x-axis. Okay. Just some things in general to note.